What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the 25K challenge, which is, I believe, episode 4. Here we are with a pretty nice day, 6,800 on the day. And as you may see from the title, you're probably wondering, what did he do? Well, it wasn't today, it was Thursday. I'm gonna throw a picture somewhere on the screen. You'll see what happened. As you can see at the bottom, it'll be $991. But at one point, I was up $23,000. I did make a video on this. It was about, 11 minutes long, and it was just a whole video on what I did. I think that's boring, so I said, all right, let me wait till this next week or the start of the week to talk about it. On Friday, I did make about 5K, and then today I'm up almost 7K. So yeah, it's not clickbait. I actually did make 23,000 in a day, and then I lost it all. So how did I lose it all, and what are the key takeaways from that I could help you guys with? So the first thing, well, probably the only thing, is I overtraded. So overtrading is a very big problem, right? Overtrading is trying to take any trade at any time because you just feel like you need to get into a trade, which is a very serious thing in the trading community. Another thing that I did was greed. So I was up $23,000 for the day. Any other person should have just walked away. I should have just walked away, right? Did I walk away? Obviously not, because I finished the day at $991. So basically $1,000 for the day. That's a very big issue because you got to look at this money as you earned it. So I earned $23,000 and then I just blew it all away. I blew it with it. It took me, an hour or two to make that, and well, not even, probably an hour, and then it took me 30 minutes to lose it. So I overtraded, and I mean, obviously, as an advanced, I've been trading for a couple of years, you're always going to slip up here and there, right? And as a beginner trader, you got to understand that it's going to happen to you. You're going to sit there and be like, yo, why did I take that trade? And you're going to be like, you're going to sit there and like try to think like, why did I make that mistake? Why did I sit there and force a trade when I should have just walked away from the computer, right? Because you can trade once. Your one trade in a week can make up for the whole week of trade. So you can scalp this here and there, and then, and in 1 week you could just have one big trade and it'll make up for a whole week worth of scalps, right? So that's why you don't need to trade every day. So over trading is a very serious problem. Just walk away from your computer. If there's no trades, walk away. If the trade doesn't come tomorrow, the trade will come Wednesday. And that Wednesday, all you gotta do is execute, and it'll make up for the whole week. Don't just trade because you feel like you need to trade, right? And I learned that, I've learned that multiple times in my career. That's not the first time I've made a mistake. That's just, during this channel, during this challenge, I feel like I should explain the challenges that I went through during this course of this, whatever, how many episodes this is gonna take to get to 100K. So, that was a pretty big day. It was devastating. Obviously, I was very disappointed in myself. I was very, I didn't even want to make a video about it. It just sucks, you know what I mean? When you work so hard to make a great amount of profits and then you just blow it all just being stupid. And, I could admit that I was being stupid and I should have just walked away. So, enough with that. The key takeaways: do not overtrade, do not get greedy, and do not force anything, because one trade can make up a whole week worth of trades, and sometimes one trade can make up a whole month of trades. I've done that. I've been there, done that, and I've actually had a trade today that's gonna make up for my whole month, and I'm gonna make another video about it and show it to you. It's on my long account. If you follow me on Trade Like Nour, which is my Instagram, you've already seen what I'm talking about. But here we are, up $7,000 for the day. We have AMD, Moderna, and Tesla. So let's talk about it and see what we can do. Oh, let me show you what the account is at. Account, I'm gonna blur this obviously when I undo this. So here we are, we're at 77,000. Thursday we were at 65. At one point we were up 23,000, so you can imagine what the account was at. Friday we got to 71, around 71, and then Saturday, Sunday nothing moved. And then today we made about $7,000, and here we are at $77,000. So let me take privacy off. Here we are, counts at 77,000. Moderna was a trash, I played it the wrong way, as in I held too long. I honestly had a big position. I was up very nicely. I sold, so let me show you why I got in. So there was a gap overnight. I was expecting it to fill the full gap, which is all the way down around 74. Gaps don't need to get filled the same day, but gaps end up being filled in the future, right? So like I talked about in the Roku trade, how we filled up that whole gap in one day. It's not always like that. Today, you could see it wasn't like that. So today it dropped. It initiated the gap fill at that 78 break, 78.22 break. It started consolidating, so I waited for that, and then I got back in on this break right here, so on this candle, and I ended up selling most of my contracts right here, right? But the mistake that I made was I held a few contracts, and I expected it to, you know, move further down. Obviously that didn't come, and it actually pushed, dropped a little bit, and ended up pushing for the remainder of the day, and then ended up consolidating. That ate up my profits. That's why I only made like $390 on that. You know, not that I'm disappointed. You know, I played that right. It came out green. Nothing I can complain about. Maybe I should have just sold. But AMD, as you may know, this has been speeding the past few days. Past 5 days, you know, it's up almost $20. You know, about, you know, almost $20. That's kind of crazy. Friday alone, it was up like 16%. I remember. Look at Friday from 62 bucks all the way up to like 70, and today it hit 71. So what happened today? Why did I take this AMD trade? So the high pre-market was 70.63. It took a nice big dip right before market open, which I love. I wouldn't have taken that position if it didn't take that dip pre-market, and then I waited for the push during market. As soon as this broke, I got in and ended up selling on the very next candle around $71.40. And ended up making another high at 71.63. So this was like a 1 minute trade. I took AMD because it made a new high. I bought it on the new high, and it actually just got rejected at 61 pretty hard, and ended up finishing the day at 68.97. It actually fell all the way down to 67. So, you know, AMD wasn't that great of a trade. It was just a quick scalp. Nothing clean. So at one point today I was only up 1,400 bucks, and then obviously Tesla came through later in the day, and then I said, let me take this position. So what I did with Tesla was, if you look at the last 5 days, you could see that you know, this has been a dip since earnings. So I believe earnings, where was it? It closed around 1586. It popped, and then it ended up turning red the very next day of earnings, and ever since it's been from 1700 all the way down to 1366. So you had some dip buying at 1376. Pre-market, it was actually red, and then we created a double bottom during the day. If you don't know what a double bottom is, make sure you you go to my student Instagram account where I post my student profits, educational posts, and understand what a double bottom is. But a double bottom is bullish. It creates a base for a stock, basically creating a strong support for the stock so that it can bounce off of. And we did bounce off very strong. So from 14.18 we rallied all the way up to 15.40, over $100 today. So I got in on the new high break, which is 14.80. This rallied all the way to 1500. I got out at around 14.90. I should have held. I was gonna get in on the 1500 break, and then I ended up getting in on the 1505 break. As you can see, this ripped. And I got out at 1513, but after 1513 this thing did not stop. So of course when I get out, this thing rallies, but when I'm in, you know, it wants to do all this, you know, foolery and playing around. So after I sold, it was basically the, you know, the go-ahead sign for Tesla to, you know, rally this quickly, and Tesla ended up going crazy, ended up finishing above $122. So above 1500 looks good for Tesla. We got room for the remainder of the week to 1600. We'll see how that plays out, or if we dip back under 1500. Let's see if we get, you know, some chopness. But this week we got earnings week, we got Fed meetings. It's going to be, you know, a little choppy across the market, but obviously Tesla always finds a way to, you know, make a move to either side. Sometimes it does get choppy with Tesla, so be careful and don't try to play every single play on Tesla. Make sure you're analyzing and understanding what the stock and the sentiment is for the, you know, particular stock, not just Tesla, any other stock. So AMD clearly wasn't there like Friday, you know, and it only had a quick little rally. So that was today's profits, and you know, the title made $23,000. I lost it in the same day. You know, hopefully we don't have another episode where I say part 2. Hopefully it was only a part 1 and we leave it at that. So make sure you like this video, subscribe, comment down below what other videos should I make, and if you want any other information on my Discord chat, you know, my Instagram, the account where I post my trades at every single day, whether it's a loss or gain, make sure you check out the description below. So I'll see you guys. Peace.